Travis, take one.
Hi, my name is Travis Goosen. I am 24 years old and I am from Cape Town. I would like to consider myself an ultra distance trail runner. It's a niche little group of us, but yeah, I love the mountains. I love being in Cape Town, close to the mountains, next to the ocean. And I honestly just live the dream in Cape Town. It's the most amazing place I could ever imagine.
So Travis, when did you get into ultra running?
So
what sort of attracted you to it?
Yeah, so a little backstory. I used to race motocross. And long story short, one too many knocks to the head, pulled the plug on that. So yeah, I remember during my last race, I had my shoulder rebuilt, which was crazy. And then I crashed and I was lying there on the floor and I was thinking like, what am I actually doing right now? And a friend of mine, actually a friend of my dad's, suggested there was a 50K. And I thought, we're boys, we're strong enough. So went out, ran this 50K, had the time of my life. And I was like, I could actually get into this. Started running a bit more. And now this is officially my first real competitive running season in the ultra space. So an ultra is anything over, let's say over a marathon, I think over 50, 55Ks. Then you're dealing with some ultras. And yeah, I just much prefer being in the mountains than sitting at a desk or riding a motorbike.
So is this sort of like your full-time thing, or are you still working on the side, but this is the...
So I am privileged enough that I'm a student still. I'm an MBA student through the University of Manchester, online though, so I can't really claim that. But yeah, so right now I'm a student and I basically spend my time studying and running, and I will eventually go into the family business, which is, very wholesome. Can't wait for that. Nice supportive parents allowing me to run and study and just immerse myself in living. But for now, I'm a runner and a student.
So I always like to ask people who are attracted to running, do you think you're running away from something, or are you running towards something?
It's an interesting question. A lot of people will say to me, why do you run? What's the reason? And for a while, I would really think about it, but I just really dig running. It's not really that complicated. I quite enjoy being I think suffering is a privilege. I think a lot of people can't suffer. And I think, if I can, why wouldn't I? Especially being able to run those distances and seeing the places I see. So it's more just because I really dig running.
And then when you're out there and you're navigating, a lot of the time are you in your head in terms of you watching pace when you need to eat, or are you trying to just get into what people would call that flow state or that meditative state where you just...
Yeah, the best thing about trail running, why I prefer trail running is there's no pace involved. I don't worry about the pace. I don't worry about elevate. I don't worry about anything. The only thing I worry about is what I eat. I eat as much as I possibly can. And then, the flow state, you get there quickly. You do kind of run away with your thoughts, which is a bit of a blessing and a curse, because sometimes you're stuck in the mountains with them and you end up tripping and you have to just okay, get back in, this is real, get back into your body. But you spend a lot of time in your head. Your legs just kind of get on autopilot. And especially running in Table Mountain, it's my backyard. So I know where I'm going without even really trying. So, yeah.
What do you wish people asked you more often?
I think, sure. I don't really know. Maybe what my long-term goal is. There's a lot of pressure and interest in now and the past. Especially with running, for example, why did you start running? What distance are you doing now? It'd be quite cool to chat about perspective and what's coming, all the prospects in the future. So people showing interest in my aspiration, should I say.
So that being said, what like 5 years time?
Yeah, I call that. Yeah, well, like in business, I want to be part of the family business. I love watching my parents work together. My sister's involved. My younger brother, he wants to get involved. So it's just so nice and wholesome, and it's such a create on life. And in the running space, I was actually saying, like, I watched way too much Max Joffel. So, like, to get to those 100, 200 mile races is in the next 5 years, I would absolutely love to. If I can, I would love to. And so that then I can really claim like an ultra distance trail runner if I'm doing 200 miles.
So what's on the race calendar coming up? Are there any like sort of races that you've entered or that you're training for?
So now in the next sort of like month, I have George Mutt, it's a short one. It's the 44K, that's the marathon. I went there last year and I just had a horrible race. So I came back for some vengeance, going back for some vengeance. And then the only one that I've actually entered for is UTCT, the 100K. So my first debut in the hundreds.
Cool. And then just to close off, what's the biggest lesson that running has taught you in your life?
That this talent has nothing to do with it. Because coming from a sport like motocross, where you're competing with these kids that are just like freakishly talented, you always have this upper hand on you. And I was never talented. I just had to work hard. With running, and I suppose in life as well, talent can only take you so far. And running, talent has nothing to do with it. You want to be a good runner, you just run more. If you want to compete, you put more effort in, you be the best. You're not born a winning runner. It doesn't work like that. You put the work in and you get the results. So, yeah.